There is a story I have carried in my heart for so many years. A story that began with a very simple prayer. Jesus, I so want to know you. Not just know about you, but I want to know you so deeply. I longed for him, more than I knew how to put into words. And one day, Jesus showed me a vision. I did not understand how much it would come to mean to me. There was a little girl. Perhaps she was 5 years old, and she was walking along a path. She was not in a hurry. She wandered a little from side to side, stopping to smell the flowers, looking at the tiny details around her, wondering at the small things and the great things. There was so much to discover, and she simply followed the path. But slowly, almost without her noticing, the landscape began to change. The flowers became fewer, and the rich soil beneath her feet became dry. And the beautiful landscape gradually became barren, until eventually the little girl found herself standing at the edge of a deep valley. She looked down. The path she had been following continued straight into it, into a darkness she did not want to enter. And then she heard footsteps beside her. A warm and gentle hand took hold of her little hand, and together they stood there for a moment, looking out across the valley. Far, far in the distance, the sunlight was dancing upon the water. It was breathtakingly beautiful, and everything inside the little girl cried out, "There! That's where I want to go! I want to be there!" The warm voice beside her gave a gentle little laugh. "Yes, my child, that's where we're going." And then he said, "But to go there, we have to follow the path through this valley." The little girl looked down again at the darkness, at the road disappearing below her. She shivered, but the hand holding hers held a little tighter. And the voice said, "You will not walk it alone. I will be with you every single step of the way." I carried that picture with me for years, and slowly life began to give it a meaning, because the little girl was me. When Jesus showed me that beautiful water in the distance, I had no idea what the road ahead would hold. There have been valleys I would never have chosen. There have been painful seasons, questions, loss, waiting. Times when the road looked nothing like I thought it would. And yet, something happened in those valleys. Something I could never have understood, standing at the top, looking down. Some of the darkest places of my journey became some of the brightest. Not because everything suddenly became easy, not because everything turned out the way I wanted, but because he was there. The hand I had seen holding the little girl's hand held mine, steadily, patiently, and so lovingly. And somewhere along the way, the prayer I had prayed so many years before was being answered. Jesus, I want to know you. I came to know him in the valley. I learned something of his faithfulness there, his comfort, his patience, and his beautiful love.
so good.
And I learned that His presence can bring light, even into places we never wanted to walk through. And here's the thing, I'm still walking. This isn't the story I can tell you from the finish line. I have not arrived, and these days I find myself wondering what arriving really means. What does it really mean to reach a destination? How many times have we finally reached something we were longing for, only to discover it wasn't the end of it all? It was simply another step, another doorway, and another beginning. So, who decided that the goal was actually the goal? What if sometimes the destination ahead of us is what gives us the courage to take the next step? And what if we need something beautiful in the distance, something to hope for, something that keeps us walking, while God is doing something far deeper along the way? Sometimes I wonder if we hold too tightly to the destination we've imagined. Could we miss something greater? Could our idea of where we're going ever become smaller than what God has prepared? Maybe some destinations are never endings at all. Maybe they're stepping stones, places we reach only to discover another horizon beyond them. And perhaps the purpose of the journey isn't simply to arrive. Perhaps something is happening to us while we're walking. Perhaps we're learning to trust, to surrender, to listen, to see. Perhaps we're learning the sound of His voice and the strength of His hand. Maybe you're walking towards something too. Maybe you can see the water in the distance. Or maybe right now, all you can see is the valley. I don't know where you are on your journey, and I don't know what your road will look like. But I know what I've discovered on mine. The valleys didn't mean He had left me. The darkness didn't mean I had taken the wrong road. And reaching the destination was never the only thing that mattered. Because somewhere along the way, something changed. I still see the water, and I still have dreams. I still have places I want to go, but I don't long only for the destination anymore. I have come to treasure the one walking beside me. So many years ago, I prayed this: Jesus, I want to know you. Today, I'm still praying that prayer because I'm still on the journey. I'm still learning. I'm still discovering, and I'm still following. And maybe that's the point. Maybe we're not meant to have the whole road figured out. Maybe we're simply invited to place our hand in His and take the next step, and then another, and another. I'm still walking towards the water, but now I know something the little girl didn't know. When she first stood at the edge of the valley, the greatest gift waiting for her wasn't only somewhere in the distance. It was already here, holding her hand. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me.